The long mahogany dining table was adorned with platters of steaming food, laughter, and small talk filling the room. One sat beside her parents, her fingers playing with the edge of her napkin. She could feel Taehyung's presence across the table without even looking. He was always like that, quiet, yet his aura commanded attention. She stole a glance at him, only to find him doing the same. Wine, sit properly. We have something important to discuss. Wine straightened up, her eyes flickering nervously as the room quieted. Her father cleared his throat, glancing at Taehyung's father before speaking. Taehyung and Wine, your mothers and I have decided it's time to unite our families in the best way possible. A marriage between you two. The words hung in the air. Wine's heart skipped a beat, her gaze starting to Taehyung. His expression was calm, his lips pressed into a thin line as if he was carefully weighing his reaction. Slowly he leaned forward, resting his elbows on the table. If it's fine, I've no objections. Vian's cheeks flushed. She hadn't expected his answer to be so straightforward. Her parents turned to her expectantly, and though her heart raced, there was a warmth in her chest that pushed away any doubts. I'm okay with it too. A ripple of satisfaction spread across the room, but Vian's focus remained on Taehyung. His gaze softened as their eyes met, and in that silent exchange, something unspoken passed between them. A quiet agreement, a shared affection neither had yet dared to voice. The drive to Taehyung's house after the wedding was quiet, the exhaustion of the day setting in. Vine sat in the passenger seat, her hands folded neatly in her lap, her bridal dress still pristine, but feeling heavier by the second. Taehyung glanced at her occasionally, a soft smile tugging at his lips as he saw her eyelids fluttering with sleepiness. Tired? A little. It was a long day. He chuckled, his voice low and soothing. Don't worry, we're almost there. When they arrived, Taehyung opened the car door for her, extending his hand to help her out. The house was quiet, the bustling of the wedding festivities now a distant memory. Taehyung led her to their room, opening the door to reveal a space decorated with soft fairy lights, petals scattered over the bed, and the faint scent of lavender filling the air. Did you do this? Not exactly. My mom insisted. She wanted everything to be perfect for you. Vine smiled, warmth blooming in her chest. As she stepped inside, she felt his gaze on her, steady and unreadable. She turned to him, suddenly feeling shy under his attention. Should I change first? Taehyung nodded, his voice gentle. You must be tired. You need help with anything? Vine hesitated, her fingers fumbling with jewelry adorning her neck. She nodded slightly, feeling her face heat up as Taehyung stepped closer. His fingers brushed hers as he unclasped the necklace, his movement gentle yet deliberate. Vine held her breath, her heart pounding louder with each passing second. Thank you. You don't have to be so formal with me, Vine. Take your time. I'll wait. Vine slipped into the bathroom, her hands trembling slightly as she unfastened the intricate layers of her bridal dress. She changed into a simple nightgown, her hair falling loosely around her shoulders. When she stepped out, she found Taehyung sitting on the edge of the bed, his jacket and tie removed, his shirt sleeves rolled up. He looked up and for a moment his breath hitched. You look beautiful. Vine blushed, fiddling with the hem of her nightgown as she approached him. He stood, closing the distance between them. His hand reached out, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear. The room was quiet, the air between them thick with anticipation. Are you okay? Yes, just nervous. My voice was barely above a whisper. He smiled gently, his fingers tilting her chin upward. You don't have to rush anything. Tonight is about us just being together. His words eased the tension in her chest, and she nodded again, her lips curling into a small smile. Taeyong held her hand and brought her toward the bed, making her sit on it. He sat beside her, still holding her hand. Tell me about yourself. It's not like you know nothing. True though, I was quite interested in you. It's you who didn't pay attention to me. Who told you? I was also interested but was too shy to voice it. I liked you since the starting. He leaned in slowly, giving her time to pull away if she wanted, but she didn't. When there, it was soft, tentative, as if they were both testing the waters. Her hand found her way to his chest, feeling the steady rhythm of his heartbeat under her fingers. But it also igniting a sense of security she hadn't expected. He pulled back slightly, his forehead resting against hers. Is this okay? More than okay. The rest of the night unfolded like a quiet symphony, filled with soft laughter, whispered assurances, and moments of tenderness. They explored this new chapter of their life together. The love they had always harbored now, tangible in their actions. It wasn't rushed, nor was it perfect. It was simply them, learning and growing in the safety of each other's arms. The soft hum of the stove filled the kitchen as Wine stood by the counter, stirring a pot of soup. The cozy scent of garlic and herbs wafted through the air. She wore a simple oversized shirt, her hair tied up in a loose bun. She hummed quietly, lost in the comfort of the moment. The faint sound of footsteps made her pause, but before she could run, a familiar pair of arms wrapped around her waist. Damn, you scared me. I laughed softly. Did I? Or were you just pretending so I'd hold you like this? Why did you wake up so early? You must be tired. You should have slept more. I had enough rest. Also, I wanted to make breakfast for both of us myself. But I tired you a lot yesterday. His voice was low and teasing, sending a shiver down her spine. Before she could respond, Taeyong, stop. I'm cooking. I can't get enough. Now I'm really hungry. How much longer until breakfast ready? While blinked, her mind still spinning before she finally smacked his chest lightly. You're impossible. Just wait a little longer. I'll wait, but only because you are so cute when you're blushing. Vine turned back to the stove, shaking her head but unable to hide her smile. His presence lingered behind her, and although he stepped back to give her space, she could feel his gaze on her, warm and full of affection. Felt moments that felt like a dream. Tim was attentive, thoughtful in many ways Vine had expected, whether it was the way he made sure her tea was always at perfect temperature or how he'd reach for her hand in the middle of the conversation. His presence brought her comfort, but amidst the growing affection, one started feeling a dull ache in her stomach. It came and went, often leaving her distracted and irritable. One evening, as Tim returned home with a bouquet of flowers, he found her sitting on the couch, her arms wrapped around her abdomen. Are you okay? Vine forced a smile, shaking her head. Just a little tired. Maybe I ate something bad during the wedding week. Should I call the doctor? No, I'm fine, really. Tim wasn't convinced, but he decided not to push. Instead, he knelt in front of her, taking her hand in his. Let me know if it gets worse, promise. Did you bring that for me? I sat pointing toward the bouquet of lilies. Oh, flowers. She pouted. We look too cute. Then, are you cheating on me? Tim chuckled and took flowers from the table. They're for my beautiful wife. Vine smiled and took flowers before. Thanks. That's it. What? Yeah, that's it. What do you want me to? Before she could finish, Tim caught her off guard. But he stopped abruptly. Why did you stop? You're not feeling well. You should rest. Who told you I'm not well? I'm always fine for my husband. You should not say something like this. Why not? It's true. Okay, jokes aside. Go and rest. I said I don't want to. I'm fine. But that night, the pain became unbearable. Vine tossed and turned in bed, her stomach cramping so severely that tears slipped from her eyes. She bit her lip, trying to stifle the sounds of her sob, but it wasn't enough to keep from waking Taehyung. Vine, He turned toward her, his eyes widening when he saw her trembling. What's wrong? Why are you crying? Vine struggled to speak, clutching her stomach as she gasped. It hurts. My tummy. I can't. I told you not to. Taehyung didn't waste a second. He got out of the bed, grabbing his jacket and her coat before helping her into her shoes. Lifting her into his arms, he carried her bridal style to the car. It's okay, I've got you. Just hold on. Vine buried her face in his chest, tears soaking his shirt as he drove to the hospital. The hospital's lights were blindingly bright. Nurses wheeled Vine into a room while Taehyung paced outside, his hands running through his hair as he struggled to keep calm. Finally, the doctor approached him, motioning for him to step into the office. Mr. Kim, I need to ask you a few questions. Are you and your wife newlyweds? Yes. Is that relevant? The doctor offered a reassuring smile. It's nothing serious. The pain she is experiencing is a result of that. I've given her injection to ease the discomfort, but I recommend taking things slow for a while, gently and perhaps once a week until her body gets used to it. Taehyung noted relief washing over him, but his cheeks were red because of shyness and embarrassment. Doctor chuckled, looking at his pink bright cheeks. When he returned to Vine's side, he found her lying on the bed, her face pale, but her eyes meeting his. Is it bad? Sitting beside her, taking her hand. No, it's nothing. We ca- no, it's nothing we can't handle. But you have to tell me next time, okay? Vian nodded. Taehyung leaned forward, pressing a kiss on her forehead. You're stuck with me, Vian. Let me take care of you. She nodded, smiling weakly. In the days that followed, Taehyung became more attentive. He planned cozy movie nights, brought her favorite snacks, and made sure she never overexerted herself. Their bond deepened as they navigated the chapter of their relationship together. One evening, they were cuddled on the couch and watching a movie. As the movie ended, Taehyung hugged Vian tightly. I love you so much. I stubbed my face in her neck, sniffing her sweet scent. Out of nowhere. Why out of nowhere? I acted as if I was deeply hurt. Do I need a time to remind you of how much I love you? Wanna bet? You're gonna lose. That's true though. Taeyang smiled. I'll always be here for you, Vian, no matter what. I know, Taeyang.